welcome. Wonderful to have you here at the chapel on Cambridge Terrace for yet another Christmas extravaganza. And we want to welcome you. Thanks for coming along. I know you're somewhat packed in, but if you can find a seat, I think there's a couple of seats over there somewhere if you need one. But welcome to you all. We have several purposes in being here tonight. One is to celebrate Christmas. Well, hello, we've come to celebrate Christmas. Yay! And the coming of Christ, that's what it's all about, the coming of Christ to our earth. We've also come to have a lot of fun, and I'll mention that in just a moment. But we also come to celebrate the New Dawn Trust in Cambodia, and we'll be hearing a little bit more about that, and I think we're connecting to the children in the daycare centre in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, as the evening goes on. That's a fingers crossed one, but we're hoping that we'll be able to cross over to them. So welcome to you. Now I read here from the publicity blurb, so there's no misunderstanding. Here's what it says. Be prepared for a night full of live song, guaranteed. Right? Brass and dance. Yes, that's going to happen. Then it goes on, as well as plenty of laughs and chaos. We cannot promise chaos, but it's likely. So you cannot get your money back if there is chaos tonight. I'm sorry about that. You've been warned, and that's what. So we're going to have a fun time. There's some zany, crazy things that are going to happen, as well as some lovely moments when we reflect on the message of the Christ who came for us all. And so we welcome the Chapel Brass Group. Wonderful playing tonight. They kicked off under the baton of an anonymous conductor, Wayne Coffey, and with the march Christmas Joy by Eric Lydson. And we have here the Chapel Chorus, who I'm sure you'd like to greet as well. Under Maestro Phil HAWKEY. So well done, Phil. We're going to commence by singing a carol, and I'm going to invite you to stand to sing Joy to the World. Phil is going to lead you, thankfully, and let's sing together. You are singing wonderfully well. Can you hear yourself? Can you hear the wonderful praise that's being lifted up tonight? Well, we're going to move to something completely different, which is a ballet. And Christmas is a great time for ballet, isn't it? Do you find that? I just start dancing when Christmas comes around. I just can't stop myself. But we're going to have Trepak, which is a Russian dance from the Nutcracker Suite by Tchaikovsky, with the band, and with some dancers who will be appearing very shortly. So give it up for the band and the dancers. marvellous dancing and fantastic playing by the band, especially, well, I won't single anyone out, but the Cornets did pretty good, didn't they? And old Rob was doing pretty well on the trombone. Well done, brother. He's a modest man. Well, we're just going to have another change of scene now, and we're going to have a song from Handel's Messiah. Again, every Christmas is wonderful to, if you have a chance, to attend the Messiah, but here's just one of the choruses from Handel's Messiah, Under Us a Child is Born. It's taken from the book of Isaiah, where it talks about the coming Messiah, who will be a wonderful counselor, mighty God, Prince of Peace, everlasting Father. And these are titles that are used for Jesus Christ, who came to be our Saviour. And so first we're going to have a Bible reading by Tracy. So that's just preparing you for what's coming afterwards. And you just go straight into it afterwards as if I'm not here. Thank you, Tracy.
The birth of Jesus. The birth of Jesus as recorded in the Gospel of Luke. At that time, the Roman Emperor Augustus decreed that a census should be taken throughout the Roman Empire. All returned to their own ancestral towns to register for the census. And because Joseph was a descendant of King David, he had to go to Bethlehem in Judea, David's ancient home. He travelled there from the village of Nazareth in Galilee. He took with him Mary, to whom he was engaged, who was now expecting a child. And while they were there, the time came for her baby to be born. She gave birth to her firstborn son. She wrapped him snugly in strips of cloth and laid him in a manger, because there was no lodging available to them. That night there were shepherds staying in the fields nearby, guarding their flocks of sheep. Suddenly, an angel of the Lord appeared among them, and the radiance of the Lord's glory surrounded them. They were terrified, but the angel reassured them, "Don't be afraid. I bring you good news that will bring great joy to all people. The Saviour, yes, the Messiah, the Lord, has been born today in Bethlehem, the city of David. And you will recognise him by this sign. You will find a baby wrapped snugly in strips of cloth, lying in a manger." Suddenly, the angel was joined by a vast host of others, the armies of heaven, praising God and saying, "Glory to God in the highest, and peace on earth to those with whom God is pleased." When the angels had returned to heaven, the shepherds said to each other, "Let's go to Bethlehem. Let's see this thing that has happened, which the Lord has told us about." They hurried to the village and found Mary and Joseph, and there was the baby lying in the manger. After seeing him, the shepherds told everyone what had happened and what the angel had said to them about this child. All who heard the shepherd's story were astonished. But Mary kept all these things in her heart and thought about them often. The shepherds went back to their flocks, glorifying and praising God for all they had heard and seen. It was just as the angel had told them.
That's lovely, thank you very much. Now, your chance to sing again. You have a song sheet, and we have Hark the Herald Angels Sing. The band is going to play 3 verses, and you're going to sing 2 verses, because there are 2 verses in the program. So maybe you sing the first, then the second, and then the first third. That's clear, isn't it? You repeat verse 1. I think you need to stand, don't you, to sing? Yes. No. Now we have the first of our vocal soloists for the evening, the wonderful Olivia Young. Olivia, please come out. Olivia is our resident soprano soloist, and she's going to sing a lovely aria, Nannetta's aria, from Verdi's opera Falstaff. It's an aria which is filled with playfulness and fun. There's a little complicated plot which I won't endeavour to explain to you, but it's filled with playfulness and fun which just epitomises the joy and the fun that we share at Christmas time. So I want you to greet Olivia as she sings for us Nannetta's aria.
Scriptwriter,
Wow, that was wonderful, wasn't it? Thank you. And thank you to Gabriela again. Wonderful pianist, and you'll hear more of her wonderful playing. Well, let's sing on with Phil. Sing along with Phil, and this time it's O Little Town of Bethlehem. 3 verses. No problems. Do you want to stand?
Yeah, we'll stand. Please stand.
Our second vocal soloist tonight is Sam. Sam, please come forward. Sam McKeever, a man with a big voice, a young talent, up-and-coming vocal talent. And I want you to welcome him as he comes to sing the wonderful classic, Oh Holy Night. Thank you, Sam.
his gospel is peace. Chains shall he break, for the slave is a brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of joy in grateful chorus raise we, let all within us praise his holy name. Christ is the Lord. Let ever praise we his power and glory evermore proclaim. His power and glory evermore proclaim.
Thank you, Sam, and again, Gabriela. Wonderful. Well, next one is a little different. So you have to have your piece of paper in your little hand, and we're going to have a wee warm-up for the chorus part of this. Let me explain what this music is about. It's called Just Like John. Now, it's a gospel from the times of the African slaves in the United States of America, and it's a little chorus that says, I want to be, I'm not going to sing it, but the choir is going to help us with it. I want to be ready, I want to be ready, repeat. I want to be ready to walk to Jerusalem just like John. That's all you need to know. If you can want to sing the other little bits, that's good, but that's all you need to know. You ready up there in the gallery? I see those raised thumbs. Thank you, John. We're ready for you, mate. I want to be ready to walk to Jerusalem just like John. What does that mean? The slaves were thinking of better days. They were thinking of not the terrible times they were enduring here on earth, but the hope they had of heaven. And so when they talk about Jerusalem, that's a code word for heaven. And who's John? John is the writer of the Gospel of John, aptly named Gospel of John, and the writer of the book of Revelation, John of Ephesus. And so this little chorus speaks about, I want to be in heaven, walking around in heaven just like St. John. You got it? Have I made that sort of clear? So your part now is to sing along with Mr. Phil, that little chorus. I want to be ready. It's very simple. I think we should. Let Ray repeat. Let Ray repeat, team. And you're going to have to sort of pick up this little ditty and join in appropriately. I didn't actually hear you singing. I just don't know. Anyway, it's fine. They were listening. They're good people, aren't they? You find it's a good audience here tonight, Phil? Yeah, you're happy with them? Yeah. There's a few there, but anyway. Now, there's a second part to this explanation. This piece of music reflects the times of what were called testimony meetings. And it was times when people, the Christian believers, would leap up and share something of their faith and something that's happened to them and so on, their experiences. And so that's going to happen, except the people leaping up will not be giving words of testimony, but the different soloists in the band will basically show off. So if you want to give them some encouragement, that would be great, but there's going to be some wonderful playing and some dancers are coming in and John's coming in. It's all going to happen. Just let's go. Let's do it. Well, that was good, wasn't it? And you sang pretty well. You sang pretty well. Well done. Good on you. Now we're going to have a little break now, and just a reminder that when we talk about just like John and walking in Jerusalem, all that stuff, that's the Christian hope that Christmas is all about. And so it's perfect piece of music to have tonight. Now we're going to have a scene change, and I'm going to tell you a few little things about the New Dawn Trust. So people, start scene changing. Some years ago, about 9 years ago, Rob KIRK, who's playing trombone here, and his wife ADELE went to Vietnam and went to Cambodia. And as I guess some of you have been to some of those countries, and they were appalled by the levels of poverty and deprivation that they saw in those countries. So aside from just wringing their hands and worrying about it, they decided to do something. And so Rob and Adele, who live in Palmerston North, have been to Cambodia, I think, 9 times in the last 9 years, and they'll be returning tomorrow to spend Christmas with their daughter. Rob and Adele and their daughter Rachel are going to Cambodia and will spend Christmas over there. So for a number of years, Rob and Adele, who are farmers involved in farming, sponsored, paid for personally from their own income for a variety of different projects, a water project for prisons, sewage projects. They worked in a medical centre, they volunteered in schools, they provided scholarships for children. By the way, this is not an appeal for funds. I don't end up saying, you know, there's an offering. I'm just telling you about it, about the work of the New Dawn Trust. And as I said, they've been back to that country, Cambodia, 9 or 10 times. And in the last 18 months ago, thanks to some very generous donors, sponsors, we've been able to form a trust which is called a New Dawn Trust, AND Trust, a New Dawn Trust. And money has been forthcoming for that trust. And I'm a trustee as well as Anne and Wayne and Brent and Rob KIRK of the New Dawn Trust. Now currently, and you're going to see, I think they're going to bring a TV screen where we will see the children in the daycare centre. This is in Phnom Penh, and it's in a dump community. The people live on a rubbish dump and eke out their existence by getting what they can from what's there. And so the daycare centre, which I hope you will see, but if not, you'll just have to imagine it. The daycare centre is in a building that we have rented, a 4-storey building in Phnom Penh, near to the dump. And each day, 53 children are registered to come for daycare, little kids, preschool kids. And they come and they have a wash, for a start, use proper toilets, and have good food every day. There's also a Sunday school there for about 30 kids. There are 2 now registered football teams connected to the daycare centre. And there's also a basement in the bottom of that 4-storey building where 90 to 100 young people come, especially in the evenings when they haven't got much to do, to learn English. So English class is taking place because it's pretty important in many countries to learn English. So as I've said, Rob and Adele and their daughter Rachel. Rachel is a school teacher, and Rachel's going to work with the teachers at the daycare centre to just lift up and improve the level of education that's being given to the children. It's pretty basic, but the education that's being given to the children at the daycare centre. And there's all sorts of plans and dreams of things we'd love to do through the New Dawn Trust in Cambodia, in Phnom Penh, but I wanted to share that with you now, and we'll be saying a little bit more about it later. As I say, we're not appealing for funds, it's funded, but we're telling you about it so that you're interested and you might want to pray and think about it. Now, we're going to have a rather unusual presentation of the 12 days of Christmas. As you can see, they're getting ready for it. So I think I've probably said enough for the moment. So just talk among yourselves, enjoy each other's company, wish each other a happy Christmas, and we'll start with the 12 days of Christmas shortly. Well, we're live now to Cambodia, as you can see. I'm not sure that they can hear us, but you can see them. They will in a moment. We're going to sing We Wish You a Merry Christmas in a few moments, I believe. But let me tell you a little bit about the 12 days of Christmas. The 12 days of Christmas has been written especially for this evening, as you'll discover. A very exciting piece of dramatic theatre. And it's really a pantomime. And a pantomime, as you know, is a fairy tale with jokes and dances and exaggerated characters, very popular in the United Kingdom. So this is a pantomime, but you need to be part of it, and I think you might have the, no you don't actually, but you'll have to remember the 12 people, the 12 days of Christmas who come on. The first one is a partridge in a pear tree, that's a giveaway. Second one is 2 turtle doves, yeah. Anyway, you'll have to join in as it goes on. We're just about ready to begin, I think. Are we going to talk to the kids? There we go. All go? Well, let's have a go at singing We Wish You a Merry Christmas to the kids and hope that they hear it. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your King. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Do some waving and let's see if it works. Oh, cute. That's nice. Lovely. So the kids are going to sit there patiently watching. They're going to have this camera turned around now so that they can join in with the pantomime. Not sure they'll understand every single word, but let's hope they just feel part of this occasion tonight. So I think we are ready to start with the 12 Days of Christmas. Make lots of noise and I think we can start.
Dear Adele, it's going to be 12 long days until you get here to join me in Cambodia. I do miss your cooking and all those thoughtful gifts. They're just so you.
Hello? Hello? Hello, everybody. Hello? 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 Oh, stop it. You're too nice. You're too kind. Hello? It is I, the spirit of Christmas, so obviously dressed. And I come bearing a gift for you on the first day of Christmas, my dear Rob, and it's all the way from New Zealand. Ooh, that little place in the corner of the world. Imagine that. Shall we see what you've got?
Let's do that.
Oh, it says here that it's from someone called Adele. Does that ring a bell?
Excellent.
Okay.
Grant, pleased to meet you.
Yes, how are you?
How did I know you were Grant?
Because
I think we met on Friday.
We met on Friday, so yes.
Excellent, excellent. Just as well it's a pantomime.
It is.
Indeed. So, why are you here exactly?
Because I got asked by Wayne Coffey to come and be the first day of Christmas, being that I'm a partridge.
A partridge?
I come bearing jewels from Partridge Jewellers.
So you'd be Grant Partridge? Extraordinary, extraordinary.
So like all of my life, I come to life at this time of the year because of my name being Partridge. And hopefully it reminds people of Partridge Jewellers. And I come bearing gifts that you have to buy for Adele.
Well, aside from the shameless commercial twist we've got here, I was kind of hoping, you know, the gifts would be for me, if you sort of get my meaning.
Well, the account that comes with the gifts are for you.
Yes.
And it's COD.
Yes, yes.
And
Feminism is sort of has its
you don't
line.
pay, that
Yep.
Wayne Coffey is going to pay tonight.
Excellent. Even better.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's the reason he promised me if I do this, he would buy some jewellery for his wife.
Excellent.
So I'm waiting.
Okay. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll be good to that. Well, as you can see, Grant, welcome to Cambodia. Have you ever seen a more Cambodian-looking crowd tonight than what we have here? And this building, it's just so Southeast Asia, isn't it?
That's fine.
As it happens, we have the final and one and only pear tree, the last remaining one in Cambodia, and it's up here. So I think I'm going to send you up there, Mr. Grant Partridge, for being a bit of a cheeky salesman, and you can be Grant Partridge in our pear tree. Let's give up for that.
Gabriella. On the first day of Christmas, my true love said to me, a partridge in a pear tree.
Well, there's a couple of things I think we need to get straight.
Okay,
Look,
let's go.
The honest truth is I'm really mainly a kind of a farmer. And we don't go for these titles like Spirit of Christmas. it's just all a bit complex for us
Yes.
up there in the Manawatu where I come from.
Yeah.
So, can I just call you Dave? Is that all right?
Dave.
Yeah, Dave.
I like the ring of it, Dave. Let's go with Dave.
Excellent, excellent. We're going with Dave. And instead of singing A Partridge in a Pear Tree, let's sing Grant Partridge in a Pear Tree. All right, makes sense?
Makes a lot more sense. Well, you know, let's see what we have coming on day number 2. I'm sure it'll...
It'll have to improve.
Oh, hopefully. Let me guess, 2 turtle doves. Yeah, they got it right. Oh, well, what do you have for my dear Rob? A gift?
Merry Christmas, Rob. We are a gift from Adele.
Wonderful.
Oh.
Well, it's more promising than the first one. Anyhow, let's see how we go.
Take it away. Gabriella. On the second day of Christmas, my true love came to me. 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. Well, Rob, I bet Adele coos over you, doesn't she? Thank you, thank you.
Well, it's not the sort of music we play in the woolshed when we're bent over dagging lambs, but when they started off with that bar, I thought they got the right idea.
Oh, you must have been right at home, right
yes,
at home.
Yes.
Well,
nice to be around talent though, isn't it?
Oh, yes. I mean, Adele certainly has a sense of humour, shall we say. Shall we see what's coming on day number 3? Sacre bleu! It is 3 French hens! Oh no! Oh oui! Oui. And what do you have for Rob today?
We have for Rob a gift from Adele. She wanted something French.
Oh, okay.
Shall we begin?
Oh, go for it.
Great. Excellent.
Il suffit toi, je t'ai dit, n'importe
étoiles à la concorde, un orchestre ami de cordes, les oiseaux du coin du bourg chantent l'amour. Oh, Champs-Élysées, oh, Champs-Élysées, au soleil sous la pluie, à midi ou à minuit, il a tout se tourné, Champs-Élysées.
Oh, c'est magnifique, as they say in France.
I'll take your word for it. We don't speak a whole lot of French.
No, I caught both of us struggling after Champs-Élysées.
Yes, that's about the extent of it for me.
Exactly, me too. I'm glad we're on the same page. Shall we see what's coming on day number 4?
Well, fearfully, let's see what we've got.
Who knows what's walking through this present?
Yep.
Let me guess. 4 calling birds?
Yes.
Do you have a gift for Rob?
Oh, we have a little song prepared.
Ooh, how lovely. Well, sing away. GABRIELA. On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and 1 partridge in a pear tree. Oh, dearie, dearie me, Rob. I hope you've got enough room for all these birds you seem to be collecting.
Well, if not birds, bird song, anyhow.
Exactly. I wish that's what I woke up to in the morning instead of me.
Shall we see what's coming on day number 5?
We could do that, or we could get Grant to sing something, couldn't we?
Oh, I think that would be
He got off without singing a song.
I just got given a look that said absolutely not, so I think we might move to day number 5, shall we?
Try.
My old friend, how are you? Oh, thank you, thank you. Gabriella, if you will.
On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 5 golden rings. 4 holy birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and 1 partridge in a pear tree.
Well, Dave.
Yes,
I always, if it's French, I always check it out, you know?
Exactly.
So it kind of looks like it wasn't so much 3 French hens, but perhaps 2 French hens and a rooster.
Oh!
From what I saw to my left.
Having a bit of fun in the hen house, as they say. Oh, these gold rings are terrible. They can't be from Partridge Jewellers at all. Well, shall we see? Hopefully day number 6 has some better quality things coming your way. Oh my, 6 geese a laying, isn't it?
We are 6 geese a laying. And we have a gift for you. But we don't really know where it's coming from yet. Oh. It's coming from me? No, me. No, me.
something like that, I guess. Gabriella?
On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love said to me, 6 keys are laid, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and 1 partridge in a pear tree.
Well, I can say that's the first time I've seen Birth on stage before. Something else, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's something else, all right.
I'm sure you've seen your fair share as a farmer, my dear friend. Well, let's not delay. Shall we see what's coming on day number 7, shall we?
With a due sense of fear and trepidation, but let's do it.
Who knows? What are you?
A swan.
A swan. How many of you are there?
7.
7. And what are you doing?
Swimming.
Ah, 7 swans are swimming. I see. It makes sense. Well, what do you have for Rob?
A dance.
Oh, well, lovely. Let's see it then.
Gabriella?
On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 swans are swimming, 6 geese are laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Oh, Rob, you must be quite a special man with all of these gifts from lovely Adele. All I got was this fan from the geese.
Well, you know, it's not really me that's at all special in any way.
Oh.
It's Adele. In fact, they say if she was brought up Catholic, they would have made her bishop.
I feel like there's an inside joke there. I don't know, but I think it suits her quite well. Shall we see what's coming on day number 8, shall we?
Let's do it, Dave.
Let's do it. Okay, let me take a stab. 8 maids a milking, right? Right, lovely. And what do you have for my dear Rob?
We were going to give him a cup of tea.
Maids a milking with no milk. Whatever shall we do? If only there were a cow somewhere. Oh! Did anyone see a cow by any chance? I don't know. Can you see him, Guitar Man? Where? Where do you see the cow? Ah, there it is. Got away from you there, didn't it? Gabriela. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love came to me. 8 maids of milky 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 boy birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Ah, dear. Now, do you guys charge extra for almond, or is it the same flat rate? You've a decidable person? Okay, well, I'll slip you some oats after this. How are you, Rob?
Overwhelmed almost.
I can imagine. Well, let's get even more overwhelmed by day number 9, shall we?
Let's do it.
Yes, why not? Okay, there's only one of you. That's not a great start. Well, who are you?
Dancing lady.
Dancing lady. Oh, so there are 9 of you back there? Okay, well, I'll let you go for it then. Go on. Do your thing. know what comes next. Gabriella?
On the ninth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me. My ladies dancing 8 cakes of milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Great. All right, that was fun, wasn't it?
Excellent.
Adele must be very trustworthy, sending you 9 dancing women. Wow.
Yes, quite.
You must have a great relationship. Let's see what day number 10 has to offer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, why not? Let's hear
They
it.
take a bit of beating, those dances, though.
No, I don't know how historically accurate it was, but it was awfully fun. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, number 10. Look at that. Help me out here. What have we got? It's 10 lords. And what are they doing? Leaving 10 lords. Please don't hurt yourself. Please. You don't want to be liable. Christmas cannot be sued. Well, do you have a gift for Rob? No gift for Rob. Oh, but that's a shame.
quite something, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I had quite a lot of fun over here doing this. I don't know if I was doing anything.
It's clearly a big budget night. To have dragged up Ralph HARGEST with all that natural ballet and dance talent there. They've used him twice, I noticed.
No.
Yeah, it's just extraordinary. You see, I can pick a country's boy talent from a long way off, and that man's got it for sure.
Oh, yes, he does. I trust your eye. And shall we see what beautiful little gifts we've got coming on day number 11? Shall we?
Absolutely.
Yes, all right. Now, may I ask who exactly you may be, the lot of you? Take a wild guess. I think we've got 11 bandsmen blowing on our hands. I know, it's a very festive time of year, isn't it? Well, do you have something else you want to give to Rob? Oh, wait, no, I don't know if it's that type of show just yet. That's the after-hours version, after midnight. Gabriella, shall we get into it?
On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love came to me. 11 buttons blowing, 10 horns a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Ooh, that one really got me going. I like that one. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was very fun. Well, I've never heard music coming from the box before.
Well, there's been some great musicians to our right.
There is. I
Trent's
hear
just
something,
coming
though.
along.
Did you hear something?
No. Oh,
What is that?
maybe I do.
Oh, shall we see what's coming? Oh, hello. Welcome to Christmas. Lovely to see you. Who exactly are you?
The dirty dozen. 12 drummers.
12 drummers. Where are your drums?
Said here, 12 drummers. No drums listed.
Always read the paperwork. Do we have... Oh, I think I see one drum there. Can we make do?
We got one.
Okay, I think we can make do with one drum between 12, right? You all take one tiny bit of the thing that you hit the drum with. Stick. There we go.
Are you longing to see my
enough gifts to last you a lifetime, my dear Rob, but I must say you don't look awfully happy about it. Is something wrong?
Well, I mean, I really don't know what to make of it all. There's been all sorts, hasn't there?
Oh, you telling me?
I'd never be able to look at a geese quite the same way as after tonight, and that last one, that drummer boy thing with the sort of discount man, that was moving too, wasn't it? I mean, it's all very nice, and the music and the dance, fantastic. But what I really wanted, Dave, was my wife to be with me here in Canberra.
Come on, a bit more sympathy. Well, my dear Rob, the spirit of Christmas has a few tricks up his sleeve.
Have you really, Dave?
Let's see what I can muster up, eh? And thank you and good night.
Well, you just take a little breath, and there's going to be another scene change, and I think we say goodbye to the kids from Cambodia. I think we say goodbye to the kids from... So if you say a big goodbye, I think it's... bye, kids. They're not seeing us because the camera's pointing in the opposite direction, but that's okay. You did your best. Thank you. Well, I hope you enjoyed the 12 crazy days of Christmas. It was fun, and I don't know where the creative energy comes to put together something like that, but anyway, it has. And you've got a little leaflet. I'm sort of filling in at this point, but you've got a little leaflet there which explains the original meaning of the 12 days of Christmas, and I'll rip through it very quickly because it's talking about the time between when Christmas Day and the 6th of January, which is known as King's Day, when the kings were said to have come to give gifts to Jesus. So the partridge in the pear tree, number 1, is Jesus Christ, the Saviour. Number 2, 2 turtle doves, is what? You've got it on here, by the way, so you can cheat. You're allowed to cheat. The Old and New Testaments. And this was from a time when people used code to communicate their faith, and it's believed that these numbers were used as codes to communicate people's faith. So number 3, 3 French hens, signifies faith, hope and love. 4 calling birds, this is an easy one. 4 would be what? The 4 Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. 5 gold rings, it's a bit harder, the 5 books of the first books of the Old Testament. 6 geese laying, talking about the 6 days of creation. 7 swans are swimming, this is a hard one. This is about the 7 gifts of the Holy Spirit. 8 maids are milking, was about the Beatitudes, the 8 Beatitudes. 9 ladies dancing, the 9 fruit of the Spirit. 10 lords are leaping, what's 10 in the Old Testament? 10 commandments, you've got it. 11 pipers piping represent the 11 faithful disciples. There were 12, but then you know about Judas. And 12 drummers drumming, the 12 points of belief in the Apostles' Creed. So there we go. There's the 12 days of Christmas. It's been presented in a really zany kind of way tonight, but you can take that away with you and just think about that, and when you hear the 12 days of Christmas, you can remember the original significance of it. We've said goodbye to the kids of the, I'm going to read out the exact name of the centre, which we support, which is the, and I can't find it, so that's okay. It's here somewhere. The PEK Tarkon Moi dump site community, and as we said, 50 children between 3 and 7 are looked after each day at that centre. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing those kids, and we've dedicated this performance of the 12 days of Christmas to the children of that centre. Now we're getting very close to starting the third half. We're going to have a wonderful anthem, which I'll present to you in a moment, and then you're going to have a chance to stand up again and sing another carol. We're going to commence We're going to commence with the anthem from Handel's Messiah, which is "And the Glory of the Lord," a prophetic chorus from Handel's Messiah, "And the Glory." I think we should give a really good greeting to the band and chorus who've done a wonderful job with 12 Days of Christmas. Now we're going to give you opportunity to stand and sing a wonderful carol, which is, you know well, I'm sure. We're going to sing just 2 verses of Away in a Manger, and Phil, there's quite a big interlude in between verses 1 and 2. Between 1 and 2. There's only 2. So let's stand together and sing Away in a Manger.
Away
forward, Olivia, and sing for us Mary's boy child, Jesus. Thank you. Just a couple of verses from Luke's Gospel. There were shepherds living out in the fields nearby, keeping watch over their flocks at night. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to them, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will bring great joy for all the people." That's the message of Christmas, which we share with you tonight. God comes to bring good news of great joy for all the people. And the next song, the next carol which we're going to have, Silent Night, is going to bring that home to us in a poignant kind of way, in a wonderful way really, because our second verse, you're going to sing verse 1, so be ready, and verse 3, and Anastasia. Olivia? No? Where's Anastasia? I'm looking for you. Oh, that's why I'm looking. Yeah. Anastasia was going to sing for us, and she's Russian, but Olivia will do it. She's not Russian, but can you rush up here and sing for us? What's that? Yeah, just stay seated. But let me explain what the thought was, and I hope you'll understand that. You know that our world is not at peace. There's plenty of places around our world where there's great conflict and great need. And Anastasia was going to sing the second, she sang on Friday night, but was going to sing our second verse just to remind us that we have it pretty good in New Zealand, don't we? And when we think about our brothers and sisters in Ukraine and the suffering that they're under, and we think about Russia, you know, we take sides, we decide who's right and who's wrong. It's all wrong. It's all wrong when people are people's lives are being lost in a pointless conflict. And so that was the idea, but I'm sure you'll understand as Olivia steps in and sings the second verse for us. But please remain seated and sing verse 1. Right, as we're going to sing for 1,000 candles. Let's light 1,000 candles. Beautiful song. Thanks, Phil.
Around
O Come All Ye Faithful. This is our final carol that you're going to participate in. We're going to have a couple of benediction type songs to conclude, and we're done. So you really have to give it your all for O Come All Ye Faithful. I think we need to stand and sing O Come All Ye Faithful, 3 verses with Phil. Thank you. But we're going to conclude with two, as I said, two benedictions, two blessings. And we'd like you to take these blessings away with you for this Christmas season. But I think it would be a good moment. I know Wayne's going to say some words of thanks after these, but I think it would be just appropriate if we thank Wayne and the band. I wonder if you'd stand, band, and we want to appreciate you. Spectacular playing, you'll have to agree, I'm sure. And to Phil and the chorus, absolutely magnificent. Give it up for them. Some wonderful soloists, and it's been a great night, hasn't it? Well, here's these two blessings. The first one is almost the theme song of the chapel, God will take care of you. And it's true. God will take care of you. Believe it. And the final one, the Lord bless you and keep you, by John Rutter. Thank you, Phil.
thank yous and finish off with something for me. First of all, to our guests tonight, Gordon, wherever he's gone. So there. Thank you so much. Gordon's been dashing backwards and forwards from Christchurch, burying people and doing all those things that retired Salvation Army officers are not supposed to do. But it's been wonderful. We've had 2 nights and you've done a great job, thank you. And Ethan, who, yeah. So my old mate Beecham, it's a joke between us, Beauchamp was his original name, Ken Blackburn. Ken's had huge filming pressures recently, so he was unable to 100% commit. So young Ethan came in, and it was our 12th night being the spirit of... There he is. Great job, and of course Grant Partridge. Don't know where the Grant's gone yet, but 2 nights, and you know where to buy your Rolexes from. And of course Rob and Adele, and our hearts go with you as you go behind the bamboo curtain, so to speak. And thank you to all our amazingly talented soloists. There's just too many people to thank behind here. I'm sorry for the length of the show. You try and cram all that talent into a short space of time. There's Grant down there. Thanks, Grant. It's just about impossible. I think they all had a pretty good go, and that's what we do here at the chapel. We all have a lot of fun, have a go, and it's not just about one or two people. And so my heart, it's been a great year, so thank you very much. I'm going to thank you anyway for that. I wrecked my... But anyway, so I'd just like to thank some people here tonight, particularly Anita, who dashes around organising everything, dances, you name it. So she's our admin person for the proms and everything else. And David Smith over there on bass, he sort of keeps the whole band together. It's a big mob, and they're all getting COVID and all sorts of funny diseases, and he manages to keep the whole thing together, very well disciplined and organised. So David, thank you so much. And my fellow conductor there, Phil, who actually knows something about music, which I don't. Phil, thank you so much. Phil was doing the Iron Man on Friday night. I thought I was an Iron Man. That's a joke for the balcony. But yeah, thanks for doing what you did tonight. So I've got some of the other administrators that need a special mention. Lydia, where are you? Does all the music. And Rosie, been organising things. And Josh, over the back on the flat bass. And Gemma. So everybody pitches in. You see everybody's clearing chairs off and doing stuff like that. And that's the best bit of it. And then there's those that are not with us, Brent and Alex and Aurelia and Corrine. I promised I'd say something to them. Hello there in France at the moment. So say hello to them. There's a couple that couldn't be with us tonight, especially Kay and Trevor in New Plymouth, who you don't know, quite unwell at the moment, and Lockie Goldsmith in Adelaide. So that's all that stuff. But I want to say some special thanks. Just make an example of 3 people, because actually I reckon Christmas, when I look at the manger scene, it all looks very remote. Christmas, snow and all that sort of thing. Looks like we're sort of far-flung, but I reckon the whole Christmas scene is really so close to New Zealand. It's got all the components. We've got shepherds who are actually farmers. We've got sheep, and we've actually got a manger, which is out in the old barn, and we've got angels everywhere, and you've got wise men. They've been banned, but unfortunately with this funny world, all the things that are in that manger scene and we do naturally as New Zealanders, even the manger itself, the scene there, is a bit like a hospital ward really. There's no nurse, there's no gynecologist present. Like our health system's all a bit broken down, and the actual hotel at the inn, it was closed. It's a bit like us really. It was like COVID had gone through Bethlehem that night. So nothing was PC. It was all, we did all the wrong things. The wise men involved again, rode camels rather than electric cars. It just went on really, breached every rule. But the answer to something very beautiful come out of the basic stuff, just doing the good stuff well. And I'm very proud of that. So New Zealand's sort of gone to sleep in terms of work ethic, but there's 3 people I'd like to recognise tonight that make this place work. One of them is, where has she gone? Bex, you come forward. And Zoe, where's Zoe? There she goes. Come stand up here. Have you got something for me? I've got a couple of sets of these 2 girls, these 2 every Monday night manage to feed this lot here. Can you imagine that? They dream up something different with a bit of French flair. There's all sorts of things.
They eat a lot.
Every Monday they eat a lot, particularly the students. And so I just take my hat off it and they just keep coming back and do it. And that's the real spirit of Christmas, spirit of New Zealand. So here's a couple of flowers for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good. Person I'd like to, and that's Mariana. Where is she? Come down here. sorry to hold you up, but it's really important we actually recognise these guys that put in the hard work. Every time I come down, anybody comes out, Mariana's here. She comes from Hungary, I think, and she's sort of learning to speak English, but she just fell in love with this place and she cleans it from top to bottom. Spends hours. She'll pop up anywhere. Come on, how'd you come? Thank you so much for your patience, but being a traditional way in the Salvation Army, you sort of go and come out for supper and that sort of thing while we do it, so you don't have to sit there listening too much. But we're going to finish with the Festival March Praise. Thank you. Good night.